I'm Lena Hovanesian, here for ANCA America, about to meet with Congresswoman Dina Titus to talk about her support for Armenian issues. Congresswoman, it's a pleasure to have you today. You come from a Greek Orthodox family. Your father and uncle were active in local and state politics in the state of Georgia. What is it that spurred you to become interested in politics at an early age and has led you to a successful career in politics?
Well, I'm very proud of my Greek heritage. My grandfather came over here through Ellis Island, and like many Greeks, he was in the restaurant business. He started washing dishes and eventually owned his own restaurant. And it was right across the street from the courthouse. So at the back table, all the local politicians, the sheriff, everybody came in, sat at that back table, drank coffee, and told lies, I think. That was my introduction to politics. And I think his values of democracy and pride of being an American citizen all just kind of were passed on to me, and I think that's part of the reason I wanted to go into public service.
After 30 years, you were teaching at UNLV as a professor. What is it that spurred you to transition from teaching to actually doing and being in politics, running for political office?
Well, you know, it was a nice combination. I studied political science, I taught political science, I wrote about it. I thought, well, you know, maybe I should just try to do it. And so I ran for the state senate in 1988. And in Nevada, we have a part-time legislature. So I was able to take the spring semester off every other year to go to Carson City. I took it off without pay, I would point that out, to serve in the state legislature. And I think that being a teacher and a scholar made me a better legislator, and being in the legislature made me a better teacher because the students could understand what really happens, not just what the book says.
Even with your expertise in political science, were there any surprises or bumps in the road that weren't expected, even though you knew so much about the area, that came about after you were running as a candidate or when you were actually in political office?
Absolutely. When I first decided to run, I thought, you know, I'll do this, and if I don't win, it'll be a good experience to take back to the classroom. But once you put your name on the line, you know, you got to be in it to win it. And what I mainly learned is that when you're in politics, your own neck is on the line. When you are in the classroom, you can afford to be a critic. One of the problems, though, I learned is because I'm a teacher and I tend to answer questions, sometimes maybe in politics when I should have ducked and dodged and said, I don't know, I'll get back to you, I tended just to tell the truth.
Congresswoman, you have been an outspoken and avid supporter of Armenian issues, coming to the unveiling of the Armenian Genocide Monument, to April 24th commemorations and Independence Day celebrations for our country. We absolutely appreciate your support for House Resolution 220 and also for the Armenian Caucus. What are some additional steps that we can take as a community and to ask for Congress's assistance as far as in the geopolitical realm, giving security to Armenia and Artsakh, and also to further assist Armenia in its economic development?
I commend you, all the work you've done in this community, getting that monument established and the events that you have. You help to educate the community about Armenia. That's one of the things. You know, it's a small country and it's far away, and many people don't know the history, they don't know the story of the genocide, so it's about as much education as it is advocacy. I would love to work with you through the caucus to find some things that we want to set as our goals in addition to the resolution, and make that a priority for the caucus to get passed through Congress, and then we can come back here and together brag about what we've accomplished. Well, I'm from Greece, and I think Greeks and Armenians share many things. Some of the music is similar, the food, the culture, the history, and as I always say, we have a common enemy.
What are your top priorities for your constituents here in Nevada and also on a national scale in Washington, D.C.?
Well, this district overlaps with my state Senate district, and I didn't move to this district when they did redistricting, the lines changed, but I love District 1. It is one of the most ethnically diverse districts in the country and the most in Nevada. You've got a Hispanic east side, an Asian west side, you've got the Armenian church, the Greek church, Ethiopian cab drivers. People from all over the world live here, and people from all over the world come and visit here. And so that makes it a very exciting place to represent. One of my priorities is transportation. I'm on that committee. That doesn't sound very sexy or exciting, but you know, in Las Vegas, we don't make anything except maybe dreams come true. So we got to get people and lobsters and flowers and everything else into this valley to make it work. So transportation is important.
Bringing it back home to Vegas, what is your favorite thing to do in Las Vegas?
I enjoy taking advantage of entertainment opportunities. We have the Arts District here. The Smith Center is in the district. We go there often. And I enjoy going to ethnic restaurants around town that are not big chains but owned by local people. So that's always a pleasure. And on Sunday afternoon, my mother and sister and I always like to go to the movies.
We had a great meeting today with Congresswoman Dina Titus, with my co-chairs for the ANCA and regional representatives. Congresswoman Dina Titus, it was an honor to meet with her and to talk about our top issues for the Armenian community here in Nevada. For ANCA, I'm Lena Hovanesian.